coming of IPOB, of Radio Biafra, all of you would have lived and died in the ignorance that Ojukwu caused a war. That's what they were writing. Britain helped them to write it. Ojukwu was a rebel, a secessionist, because we had no media. That is why they're paying Facebook billions upon billions of US dollars to stop this truth from coming out. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Gowon is alive, go and ask him. Did Ojukwu cause any war? Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you in Aburi. You came back, Britain told you not to agree because Britain realized that all the component units of Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. That was why they even instigated the Nzogwu coup, so-called Nzogwu coup, saying they will bring Awolowo to become the head of state. They knew what was going to happen. They wanted to truncate the economic miracle of Dr. Michael. But what I'm telling you are fast. Go and investigate for yourself. In the East, you had the fastest growing economy in the whole world, over 40% every year. In the West, Awolowo was performing his own miracle as well. Even in the North, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were doing very well. You had all those massive industries in the North. You even had Alamajiris that were employed in the North, meaningfully employed, gainfully employed. They were all doing very well. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was a coup by Nzogwu. And after that, there was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the North. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. They said, no, let's go to Aburi to discuss it. Ojukwu went to Aburi and agreed restructuring. That's something now you're asking for. To tell you how foolish Nigerians are. They're very foolish. That same nonsense you're asking for now was discussed many years ago. Ojukwu sat down in Aburi with Gowon and decided that regionalism was the best way forward. Restructuring, going back to who you were, 1963 Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales, the same thing. Everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. I'll prove it to you now. Ojukwu negotiated devolution, regionalism. The North will be on their own, the West on their own, even Middle Belt on their, Midwest on their own, and then the East on their own. It's the same one Nigeria. On their way to the airport, before they boarded the aircraft, a call came from Lagos, from the British High Commissioner in Lagos to Gowon, telling Gowon not to agree, after having signed the agreement. That same Gowon you're looking at today, God kept me alive so that he can witness the destruction he will bring upon that very zoo called Nigeria. Gowon said no. Do you know all the journalists in Nigeria, none of them have ever gone to Gowon to ask him, why did you say no to Aburi? Aburi was restructuring. None of those agitating for restructuring right now has ever gone to Gowon or gone to Nigeria to say, but Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. If not now, that after many years of hammering on this very topic, it has now sunk into the skull of the people that Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is, always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it, and we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come.
Hello guys, I want to show you guys an amazing video of Yakubu Gowon, where he openly confessed in the video of the evil they did against the Igbos. Yakubu Gowon said, anybody that have conscience know that Nigeria holds the Igbo's apology. I am not an Igbo, just understand. I am somebody in Nigeria who is passionate for a better Nigeria. If Nigeria must move forward, they must do the right thing. I've heard several people say that Nigerians, they must, Nigeria politicians, they must appeal to the Igbo. Here is Yakubu Gowon speaking. I beg you in the name of Jesus. If you're a lover of truth, a lover of justice, you don't have option. This video, before you watch it, said, just share it on your timeline, on your status, in all the platform you belong. Every single Nigeria need to hear this interview of Yakubu Gowon. I'm showing you the video now. Please like it. Let's watch together now. Thank you.
Time, certainly anyone with conscience know that it is something that is bad and something that we've got to try and put right. And various political political attempts were made to solve the problem, going even to Aburi meeting, the disagreement there, which really came about the interpretation, interpretation, of the interpretation, of what Aburi, meant. And from Ojukwu, he says, on Aburi we stand. And I say, from Aburi you will fall. So that was probably the beginning of, if in fact you said it is the Aburi agreement, that you are using, interpreting the way you want and the way you want to force it on the rest, then of course we also have a way of resolving, that issue. But the civil war, unfortunately, had to happen as a result of breakdown of that Aburi agreement. Despite effort that was made, to see if we can reconcile our differences and really save a very serious situation. But it got to the stage whereby we have Ojukwu, got his constituent assembly to give him the go-ahead to break away from Nigeria. And of course, then because of this tense situation, we have to find a way. We have to find a way of resolving that problem. And this Constituent Assembly statement was became almost a threat to the breakup of Nigeria. We had to do something, to remove, that what causes that fear. And politically, I thought the only thing that we should do was, to create, to break up the, all those regions, and to ensure that, no region and now new states would be too big to be a threat, to the unity of the country, and the fear of the fear of that domination by one particular state will no more be a threat. And so that was that became the new states, that the new Nigeria that we wanted to have. And of course, the eastern region under the command of Ojukwu at that time said no. And so we have to say, well, these other people have been created and we have to defend them. And of course, he said that will not happen. And of course, as a result of various activities that he took, taking over the federal government, central bank taking over. If I'm in the railway stock, that's the railway train from Port Harcourt going up to other parts of the country, all the post offices, and taking over everything that was federal coup d'etat we had parts of the country, all the post offices, and taking over everything that was federal coup d'etat we had. And of course, the attempt with what happened at that time, certainly anyone with conscience know that it is something that is bad and something that we've got to try and put right. And various political political attempts were made to solve the problem, going even to Aburi, meeting the disagreement there, which really came about the interpretation, interpretation, of the interpretation, of what Aburi, meant. And from Ojukwu, he says, on Aburi we stand. And I say, from Aburi you will fall. So that was probably the beginning of, if in fact you said it is the Aburi agreement, that you are using, interpreting the way you want and the way you want to force it on the rest, then of course we also have a way of resolving that issue. But the civil war, unfortunately, had to happen as a result of breakdown of that Aburi agreement. Despite effort that was made, to see if we can reconcile our differences and really save a very serious situation. But it got to the stage whereby we have Ojukwu, got his constituent assembly of the country, all the post offices, and taking over everything that was federal coup d'etat we had. And of course, the attempt with what happened at that time, certainly anyone with conscience know that it is something that is bad and something that we've got to try and put right. And various political political attempts were made to solve the problem, going even to Aburi, meeting the disagreement there, which really came about the interpretation, interpretation, of the interpretation, of what Aburi, meant. And from Ojukwu, he says, on Aburi,
They've abducted our women. The world should be on notice. The world should know it. Look at them. We've not waged war against them. We've not waged war against them. Look at the number of healers packed here. The world should know it. Look at the number of healers packed here. Look at the number of healers packed here. We've not waged war against anybody. The battle line has not yet drawn. We are peaceful and we are armless. They come here to attack us, shooting live bullets and tear gassing us, abducting our women. Look at one of our mothers in one of their healers. One of our mothers in one of their healers, and sees one of our flags. We are peaceful and we are armless. The world should know that we've not done anything to attract this humiliation in our land. We are peaceful and we are armless. The world should know. Look at the number of healers packed here. There are more than 30 or 40, more than 40 healers packed here. We've not waged war against the police. We did not wage war or do anything. We did not provoke Umahi. We are here for a peaceful inauguration and they are here to attack us. The world should note. The world should note why this oppression to the Biafrans. We've not done anything to deserve this. The whole world should see them. Look at the whole healers in the Ebonyi State. They are here against us. We don't have arm. The world should. What have we done? What have we done? How many people can you kill? Are we terrorists? Do we have arm? Do we have weapon? We don't even have cutlass. Only our flag and the hose is shaking. Only our flag and the hose is shaking. Only our flag and the hose is shaking like this. Only our flag. Look at them in their numbers. Look at them in their numbers. Only their flag, oh. Only our flag is putting this fear in Umahi's body. Look at Umahi and his DSS. Look at them. Look at Umahi and his DSS. Look at Umahi and his DSS. Look at them. What can you people do to us? Even without arm, we have all it takes to disarm you, even without arm. But Hamadike is the one keeping you people. Hamadike is the one giving you people these chances. If Hamadike say defend yourself today, we can disarm all of you now, even within some seconds. We have all it takes to disarm you. What's the problem? Enough of all this injustice. Enough of all this injustice. What do we do to merit this type of injustice in our own land? Umahi should be aware of this. The whole world should be aware of this. The whole world should be aware of this. We are placing the world on notice on what is happening here in Abakaliki today. We are here for a local government inauguration and all the healers and the forces, well-loaded arms, arrived at our venue. We are armless. What do we do? What is our offense? What is our offense? What is our offense? Why must we be treated this way? What have we done wrong? Why would they always send you people and you come? Why would they always send you people and you come? A point of no going back again. And I pity the zoo in what will happen that day. Rubbish. Nonsense. Rubbish. I wish Okawadike would see this video now and tell us to attack these people. What do they have? How many heads do they have? Their mama born them 2 times. How many people can they kill? Why won't they let us be? We have no arm. We have no weapon. Nothing. Doesn't mean we don't have right to even come to a round table and discuss among our brothers. Rubbish. I pray that this thing will not turn to what I'm thinking of. If Umahi push us to the wall where we can no longer go back again, he will live to regret what he caused in Ebonyi. Umahi cannot tell me that he's not aware of the presence of these zoo forces here now. Umahi shouldn't tell me that he's not aware of this. The Inspector General of Police should be aware of what is going on in Abakaliki here. What do we do? Doesn't mean we can breathe freely in our own land. Look at them. Look at them. What do we do? They should be ashamed of themselves. Let them go to Sabisa Forest where there's crisis. Let them go move to North where there's crisis. Let them go to North. This is the most peaceful zone. Why would they deploy their forces here? This is the most peaceful zone. Why would they deploy their forces here? Let them go to Sabisa and fight. The Boko Haram are waiting for them there. Let them go. Just imagine disorganizing our event for what? Are you people jealous that Chukwu Kabiam have created us like this? Give us Biafra today and see what will happen to you people tomorrow.
It's okay.
Nonsense. Try and arrest any of us. We prove to you that we own the land. This message should be sent to Mai. That I have been. Let Hamadike just blow whistle from wherever he is now. And you people see what will happen to you guys. We are not afraid of you anymore. We are not afraid of you. If you think you buy this job with your blood, you pay with your blood. Can't you even challenge some authorities? Can't you tell them no that these people are peaceful? Why shooting live bullets and they take us to us?
It's okay. It's okay. I cannot throw rubbish here.
The beginning of great things. But we must focus on the issues and stop trying to be too politically correct. And let's look at those issues very briefly. In this nation today, there are slaves called vassals and there are masters. Unfortunately for us, those that see themselves as masters consider the rest of us as slaves and vassals. Simple. What we need to do is to come together and say to them with one accord that we are no slaves. We have never been slaves, and we will never be slaves. The suffering of the people of the Southeast, and I say this without any fear of contradiction, the suffering of the people of the Southeast is something that we in the rest of Nigeria have to apologize to you for. You lost almost 2 million people in the Civil War. Children, 1 million children. You were slaughtered on the night of July 28th, 1966, when 300 Igbo officers were slaughtered in one night. And the great Fajuyi, who sacrificed his life to build this bridge, and the great leader of our country at the time, the great Ironside, all of them stood together, and they all died together. 300 were killed that night. After that, a few months later, over 100,000 Igbos were slaughtered in the north. Pregnant women had children taken out of their stomachs. People were slaughtered from house to house. They were killed like flies. Then came the Civil War. 1 million little children, 1 million little children were starved to death. After that, year after year, decade after decade, pogroms, killings, slaughtering in the north of primarily Igbos and also Southerners. Didn't stop there. They also, as they have always done, slaughtered people of the Middle Belt. And I'm glad that the great Governor Jang is here today, who has spoken so well. Their people have suffered almost as much, if not more, than the Southeast. Why? Because everything was taken from their identity, everything, and they slaughtered them morning, day, and night. Last Christmas, 808 people slaughtered on Christmas Day alone. Yet the slaughtering didn't stop, and we know who does the slaughtering. It has gone on and on till today. Yesterday was Benue. Today it is Taraba. Before then it was Numan. It goes on and on. And I will also say this. What has happened in the last 1 year in the Southeast concerning those that are members of IPOB, what they have done to them is absolutely reprehensible. It is unacceptable. It is wrong. They came, they slaughtered, they killed. And I stand and I speak to you today that as a friend to the great Nnamdi Kanu, I will never forget him. And I call on the government of Muhammadu Buhari, whatever you have done to him, wherever he is, I ask you to produce him and let us have him. Whether you've killed him, tell us. Whether you have him, tell us. Bring him back to us. Acknowledge him. And I also acknowledge the hundreds and thousands that have been slaughtered. End of the hegemonies, and we shall be delivered. Finally, let me say this. One more thing, just one more thing about the Igbos. Your sons, your greatest sons in the private sector, it's not all about politics. I'm talking about people like Innocent Motors, Chief Innocent Chukwumeka, Chukuma, sorry. I'm talking about people like Ifeanyi Uba. I'm talking about people like the great Kleto Sipetu, who I spent time with in detention. These are men that this government is trying to destroy simply because they come from the southeast. They've done it to us as well in the southwest. I could mention names of many southwest they've tried to crush. But I'll tell you what, it all ends as from today. And I urge the organizers of this event to continue the initiative. We have no fear. They can kill us. They can send us to jail. They can destroy us. They've already done it. They've killed our children. They've killed our wives. They've killed our men. They've killed our elders. They've killed our leaders. We have no fear. I say to them, do your worst. You know what? Do your worst. You can only kill the body. You can't kill the soul. You can't kill the spirit. Christians don't die. They only change their dress. Doesn't matter anymore. We have no fear. God be with you. God be with those that organize this great conference. God be with the people of Southeast. God be with the people of Southwest. God be with each and every one of us. And if they say they will not restructure, let it be loud and clear. We are ready to do it by force. If there's no restructuring, let there be no Nigeria anymore.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is the way I see myself this morning in my business place. Because of the APC that win. The arrival came to my shop and scatter my shop and break my head. This is all my shop. This is the glasses. See all the ground, this is my gloves.
Because you can see what is happening now in Ajah, Morocco. The Yoruba people will come and attack this man because of they give the winner to because this man is an Igbo. This is what is happening now. This is what we are about to face. Please, Nigeria should help us. Nigeria should help us, please.